Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie if you're new here. I've got Ivy in the background. She's chatting if you hear her. But today, you won't see this video for a while, but I'm gonna do like a realistic day in my life first trimester. I'm about 9 weeks pregnant, 9.5 weeks pregnant right now. Out of breath. It's 8:14. And yeah, you guys will very soon understand why I haven't been putting up very many videos, and it's because I've been very sick, and also it's just like hard to show you a day in my life and be like honest about it, because I usually don't have very good days. So it's 8:15. I woke up at 7. I have been not sleeping well, so I have a lot of fatigue. I would say my biggest symptoms in this pregnancy are fatigue, nausea, and my headaches restarted. I haven't had as many migraines, which is good. And then like with the nausea comes like major food aversions. I will say in the last like 2 weeks, I've had less food aversions. The first few weeks, it was like literally every food made me want to die. Now I'm eating more food, but I'm definitely eating very unhealthy food. I'm eating out a lot, which you guys will see in my budgets, and it's just, I'm basically anything that sounds good, I'm going to get, which is what we're currently doing. I'm currently going to try to go get McDonald's. This was something that I like loved in my pregnancy with Ivy, and I DoorDashed it a lot, and it was very expensive. It's definitely not good for you. As you guys know, I usually eat vegan, so dairy-free. I eat egg-free. I have an actual egg allergy, and gluten-free. When it comes to pregnancy, I eat whatever I can get down, except egg, because I have an actual allergy to egg that I have found out in the last 6 months. I will not eat egg. I have to look up all the allergen menus when I go places. Like, egg is unfortunately in everything, especially healthy food. It sucks because eggs are like, they're good for you. They're a good source of protein. I ate them a lot in my pregnancy with Ivy, which is probably why I was sick so much in my pregnancy with Ivy, because I didn't know I had an allergy yet. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get a McGriddle without egg and a hash brown and probably a Coke, which is so bad for me. But first trimester is about survival for me, and right now it seems like I have energy, but most days I do not. Most days I'm very sick. I will say I was like much sicker earlier in this pregnancy, and I went to my 8-week appointment and they recommended taking Unisom and B6, but there's B6 in my lozenges that I take, so she just said to try Unisom first. So I've been taking half a tablet of Unisom every night for the last week, and it actually has helped quite a bit with my nausea, to the point where I can eat some food. So I'm taking advantage of that. I will say in my pregnancy with Ivy, I lost like 10 pounds in the first trimester. I'm definitely not going to lose weight in this first trimester, which is hard for somebody that's like already overweight, knowing that I'm going to gain weight during this pregnancy. So my hope is, what my plan is that when first trimester is done, I want to go back to eating cleaner. Obviously, if I have like a craving or if I really want something, I will get it. But right now, I'm literally like, I would never go and get McDonald's. Like, this is not something that I would do. So I just want to get back to like eating cleaner and like feeling better, like second trimester, third trimester. Honestly, because eating out, and especially eating food like McDonald's and stuff, won't sit well in my stomach anyway. Okay, just got the foods. I should probably check to make sure that it's the right thing, because my pregnant butt will not be happy if there is nothing if it is not what I want when I get home. Anyways, I just got a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle meal with no egg or cheese, so just bacon, and then hash brown and a Coke. What I was saying is just, it has been survival of the fittest. I will say the Unisom has been really helpful. The fact that I'm even functioning right now and not dry heaving into a toilet is huge. I'm just saying, I know that Unisom doesn't help everyone, but it's worth trying if your doctor recommends it. It's like half a tablet at night. It's definitely making me more tired because I'm not sleeping enough at night, but I don't care. It's helping a little bit with the nausea. I would say most days I sit on the couch and like try to hang out with Ivy. That's been like the hardest thing for me, has just been like not feeling like I can spend much time with Ivy, like actually doing stuff with her, because I'm just so sick. But today my mother-in-law is coming over because I am still working, although very little. I'm only doing 2 blogs a week, specifically for blogs that I don't have to think very hard on. Thankfully, my connection is my friend. I was able to be like, I'm very sick. So I'm still trying to do that. I still have like terrible congestion from getting a cold, like when I was like 6 weeks pregnant. I am just trying to get through my days. Some days are better than others. Some days are worse than others. I feel like since I started the Unisom, usually I'm okay-ish in the morning. Ish. Like I can function a little bit more than I could before, but I'm not okay much past that. Like after lunchtime, I'm usually not doing great the rest of the day. So I'll take you with today. I'm just chatty because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever because I just like have not been able to vlog. I'll vlog like little bits and pieces and then I'll be like sick the rest of the day, and I can't really like show you that right now. I could. Ben is like, I think, yeah, he's just more comfortable waiting to tell people until I'm 12 weeks pregnant, just because I've had a miscarriage before. They're, you know, it's just like a lot. So I don't really care. I feel like I would tell people like right away, but we did tell Ben's family like within the first week that I was pregnant, because I was sick at like 5.5 weeks. So we told them like 2 weeks after I found out, because we needed more help. And we told my family at 8 weeks when I got like the little ultrasound thingy. So anyways, we're almost home. I need to eat this, but I'll take you through my day. I'll try to find my camera so I can actually show you. Just finished my food. She's eaten healthier than what Mama ate. Right. You having some eggs and Cheerios, and you had a packet because the smoothie stuff is in the dishwasher. We had a healthy little packet this morning instead. Right. Okay, sorry friends, back in the car. Hopefully this isn't too annoying of footage for you, but I am actually running errands. I feel like today, this should be like a productive day in my life in first trimester, because the days where I'm home with Ivy by myself, I literally sit on the couch or sit on the ground with her, and then I nap, and then I sit on the couch or sit on the ground with her. So I'm just being honest. Today is my like one work day, and I am feeling okay this morning, so I'm just trying to like get as much done as possible before I no longer feel good. I did a little bit of work. I had already researched the 2 blogs that I needed to do, but unfortunately I researched the wrong thing. I just did that. I did my budget, I don't know, a couple other things on my computer. I've noticed the longer I'm on my computer, the more sick I feel, which is why I try not to be on my computer very much. The dogs are completely out of dog food, and I need to pick up my thyroid prescription. So I'm heading back out to The dog food place doesn't open until 10, so it's just easier for me to go versus Ben. So it's 9:59. I'm gonna get there basically right when they open, and then pick up prescriptions on my way home. And then I need to write 2 blogs, and I have to write 2 blogs. So that's period, end of story. After that, there's other stuff I would like to do. I would like to film and or edit a video, see if I can find a video to edit that I can put up. But I also don't want to put up like crappy videos, you know? So I don't know. I need to look at the footage that I have and see if it's usable, see what I can get done. Usually Ivy naps from 11:30, 12 till like 2:30. And that's usually when I nap as well. If you're a stay-at-home mom with only 1 kid, I would say try to nap when the baby naps, which everybody tells you when you have a newborn, and that's like literally impossible, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing much, if any, housework. I am not going above and beyond for work. I cut the amount of blogs I'm doing. Obviously, you guys have noticed I have not been able to put up many videos on YouTube because I like just have to like choose what I'm gonna do. Being like a stay-at-home, work from home mom, it's a lot harder this pregnancy than it was last pregnancy because I didn't have a baby to take care of. So I could work whenever I felt well. I could nap whenever I needed to nap. I could, you know, all that stuff, which I can't do now. I will say I'm still very fortunate that like Ben works from home. So if I'm like really sick, he can take a few minutes off of work to like help me, like if I'm puking or something. Otherwise, it is up to me, and I have to just figure stuff out on my own, and it is much harder. So I'm grateful that I haven't, knock on wood, been puking as much in this pregnancy. I've just been like very nauseous. I feel like as soon as I say that out loud, now I'm gonna start puking. But it's just been mostly nausea and like, what's that called? Like dry heaving. TMI, but that's literally what I'm doing. And then just like an intense amount of fatigue. Like I'm so exhausted. It's just it's not a great time, you know? I paused my Pilates membership for 2 months just because I knew there's no way I was going to be able to go. I'm not really going to pelvic floor right now. I did go to acupuncture once, and honestly, I felt worse the rest of the day. So I do have acupuncture again on Saturday. And if I have a similar feeling, I'll probably pause acupuncture for a while. I need to figure out the whole doctor situation. We did go to one doctor place, and it's out of the hospital that I went to when I had that thing stuck in my throat. So Ben and I just have like we just didn't have the best experience at that hospital. So he would prefer that I like try out a different place so we can have a different option of a hospital, because this doctor's office, you have to go to this hospital. So yeah, I just have to figure that out. There's just a lot going on. Honestly, the whole like doctor part, birth part, I'm very anxious about already. Having had a C-section before, having had a very traumatic birth and experience before birth, it's just like, yeah, it's just scary. So right now I'm just trying to get through first trimester though, you know? Trying to convince Ben that we need to move next year, because I do not know how in the heck we will live with 2 kids in this house. And again, like, I've had people before be like, I don't know, that I'm complaining about like the size of the house. It is a very small house, and we've lived in bigger houses, which I think is why I struggle with this one a little bit. But I understand we could live in this size of house if we had a better layout, because this is a split level home, like a true split level home. I call them Illinois homes because literally all of the houses in Illinois look this certain way. I'll put like a picture. There's like so many homes like this. I don't know what it is. Illinois just like loves these homes, but they're just stupidly set up. They're just terrible. Like there's 2 sets of stairs, which is so dangerous for toddlers and babies. And even me, like walking up and down stairs, like we have to keep our dogs downstairs because it's not safe for them to be on the same level or like tripping us going up and down the stairs. So it's just like a whole thing that is very annoying. And it's just like there's only like a small amount of space for us to be in. Even like Ben's parents' house, for example, or my parents' house, it's all on one level, and they're small houses. Like, I don't think that Ben's parents' house is that much bigger than our house, but it's all on one level. So like when Ivy goes there, she can like run around and nobody's worried about her like falling downstairs. You could be in the kitchen and she could be in a different room and you can still like hear her. Like right now I can't do that. I have to be in the same room as her because there's stairs. If you guys have seen our house, you know. So it's just like not my fave setup, you know? I am just chatty. This is gonna be like an hour-long video, possibly. Maybe not. Because probably once I start feeling sick, you won't see me anymore. Oh my God, I'm like so stuffed up still. It's so annoying. Yeah, so like I just keep trying to convince Ben that we need to move. Like it's just not a conducive space. Now, the thing that sucks is the house literally right next to us went up for rent at $2,900 a month. Plus $50 per animal. And it's an identical layout, identical house. In fact, it's even less updated than ours. That's $3,000 a month. We pay $2,500 for ours, and I already think it's too expensive. Spending a third of our income on a house that is rented and does not work for our family, I think warrants a complaint or two. I'm just saying. I would like to move, but our options are kind of messed up. We either like move back to Raleigh and rent a house that's bigger than what we have, but cheaper. But that means that I wouldn't be able to work probably, besides maybe YouTube, because I'd have to be a full-time mom for 2 babies, which is still crazy to think about. So that's an option, but we would be paying less in rent. So that would be okay, probably. It's also just like a little bit cheaper to live out there than it is in like where we live in Schaumburg. The other option is we move to Raleigh and we purchase. The thing with that is we probably would be paying more for a mortgage for an older home than we would for a newer home that we rent there. But that is an option. The third option is we find another place to rent in the Illinois area. We're probably not going to find anything that's nicer or less expensive than what we currently have. The other option is to purchase in the Illinois area. Again, we would purchase a home. Ben will not live in a townhome or anything like that. Finding a home here that is not like 300 years old and ugly as heckin' Bob is fairly impossible. We could not purchase anywhere near where we live because it's too expensive for what you get and for what we're like approved for and would want to spend on a house right now is not much. So you really can't get anything here for that I would be comfortable purchasing. Like I'm not going to purchase a house that needs like tons of like structural updates. That's just like I'm not going to do that. The other option is we move further out in Illinois. Wisconsin is another option, but honestly, they're not that much cheaper. And in Wisconsin, I won't have like, if we're going to move to Wisconsin, we might as well move back to Raleigh because we won't have help. Ben's mom and Ben's sister are really the only ones that can help us because of their schedule. Like my mom still works. My dad is not going to watch Ivy and he's retired, but that's like, no, he's not going to do that. My sister works full-time. It would make 0 sense to move back to Wisconsin because it's not going to be any cheaper than here. Does that make sense? Whereas Raleigh, it would be a little bit cheaper, so it would like offset not having childcare and I could not work as much or at all. So the other option is we move like further out here in Illinois. We live in like, I don't know, Antioch, Aurora, Elgin, even further out in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, which is like not really what Ben or I want to do. The option for that is we're still in Illinois, so Ben's mom and sister can still help, but it would definitely be harder on them. Like, instead of us being within 10 minutes of the house, we'd be within an hour of the house. They would be less helpful. Like, Ben's mom could still help, but Elizabeth might not be able to help as much. Anyway, I just talked for like 15 minutes, but this is like all the stuff that's been going on in my head. Ben is just like, he thinks I'm being dramatic, and he's like, we can make this house work. And I'm just like, this house is hard enough with Ivy. Like, we could make this house work with like an infant, I would say, through like, I don't know, 8 months old or something like that. But anything after that would be so difficult. Like, once the baby can start moving on its own freely, I'm really worried about sleep. You guys know that Ivy is just like not the best sleeper. A baby crying in the room right next to her, because the baby would have to stay in our room, which means my desk would have to move, which makes it impossible to work anywhere else because we don't have anywhere else to put my desk anymore. She would be right next to Ivy's room, which means she would, I don't know why I just called her a she. I don't know if it's a she. The baby would be right next to Ivy's room, so I don't know, like, it could wake Ivy up very easily. They can't share a room because Ivy sleeps not well still. She sleeps better now than she did, but she's still not like a strong sleeper. So even if this baby is a strong sleeper, like, it could be waking Ivy up if they shared a room. Like, when they get older, they could share a room. Does that make sense? There's just a lot. My brain is on another level, but I need to go get dog food. I've literally been sitting here for 10 minutes. Okay, it's 11:56. My mother-in-law is putting Ivy down. Ben just made me lunch. Sorry, I have it in my teeth. That has been really helpful for me on the days that he can make me food, because once I start getting nauseous, which I am because I've been looking at my computer screen, it's really hard for me to make food. So yeah, I just told him to make me something, so he made me my gluten-free chicken tenders and a salad mix with some buffalo sauce and some vegan ranch. So I'm gonna try to eat that before I get too much more nauseous. I will say this is usually when I take a nap. I have not finished my work yet, so I really need to finish that. So I don't know if I'll be taking a nap, but I'll definitely be sitting on this bed. That's for sure. But I'm gonna eat this food. Okay, I have to be quiet because Ivy is asleep in the room next to me. This is a terrible view. It is 1:20. If I'm being completely honest, normally I would already be asleep. Most of the time I nap at like 12:30 to 2. My mother-in-law's here today, so I'm not as worried about it. Plus I had to get work done today, so I finished both of my vlogs, or both of my blogs invoiced, and I did edit a video. I did have some footage. It was very short. I feel like it's so obvious to me that my content is like not as great right now, and I wonder if like everybody else is kind of catching on too, but I did have the footage, so I put it up. It's not like, you know, my best, but it is what it is. I'm probably gonna try to take a little nap here. I definitely am not feeling great, but I'm not feeling terrible either. I guess it's a pretty good day for me, which is good. But yeah, I need to take a nap. Update, it's about an hour later. I did not sleep, probably because I had that gigantic Coke, and I have not been drinking coffee because it is disgusting to me. I'm exhausted, but I didn't sleep. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty nauseous. Sorry, the fan's on, if you can hear that. I need to find something to put in my stomach. I don't know, like an apple or something, I don't know. My mother-in-law probably has to leave in like an hour. Yeah, I don't know.
Not feeling too hot though. Mm-hmm. Okay, friends, wow. I most definitely have salad in my teeth. I am eating a salad, leftover Coke from this morning, because you know I went back to McDonald's. I will be having an acai bowl for tomorrow morning though, from the farmer's market, so I won't have it a third day in a row. I'm making Ben some cookies because his birthday's tomorrow, and we didn't do anything for Father's Day because I was extremely sick. So I had a little bit of energy today, so Ivy and I'll put a little picture, made him some cookies. However, I'm realizing that I accidentally doubled one of the wet ingredients, so I don't know if these will turn out or not. So we'll see, but yeah, I'm just eating my salad. I didn't finish off the vlog yesterday because exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened. I was very nauseous the rest of the day, hung out, ate some dinner, and just chilled for the rest of the night. We watched 2 episodes of Receiver on Netflix, which we love. We watched Quarterback, and this is like a new one with receivers, and we love it. We like football, so we did that. I was fairly nauseous, so I had like little tiny snacks every now and then, and dry heaved in the toilet a couple times. So, you know, one of those days. But thank you so much for watching this video, my realistic look into first trimester. Again, I'm filming this once I started taking Unisom, which definitely helps me have energy in the beginning part of the day. Otherwise, I usually go downhill in about an hour here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.